So in this video, we are going to learn how to transform Gmail newsletter into insightful LinkedIn post using AI agent. Let's say you have signed up for multiple newsletters and you receive these emails, these newsletters on your Gmail account. Now, whenever you receive a newsletter, you want to generate a LinkedIn post summarizing the newsletter and share it on LinkedIn. So let me tell you, this AI agent is going to do this job for you. So this AI agent will start whenever you will receive a new email in your Gmail account. Then this AI agent will send the new email content like the subject line and the body of the email to AI platform like OpenAI. And using OpenAI, first we are going to analyze that is this email a newsletter or a regular email. If it is a newsletter, this AI agent or the OpenAI is going to generate a LinkedIn post from that newsletter content. And at last, this AI agent will share the same post on our LinkedIn profile as well. Now, if you want to know how you can build this AI agent all by yourself, for that, let me just take you to my screen. So as you can see, this is my Gmail account in which I keep on getting some newsletters. Now, I want that the newsletters which I'm getting as an email on my Gmail account, I want to basically summarize the same newsletters using AI platform like OpenAI and generate a LinkedIn post content out of it. Also, I want this AI agent to automatically share the post from the summary of that email newsletter on my LinkedIn account too. Now to do this, we have to connect all of these platforms, all of these applications. And to make this connection, we are going to use Pabbly Connect in this video. Now to get started with Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can set up your free Pabbly account in just 2 minutes. Or if you're an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. After signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And as we click on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. After coming to this dashboard, we have to create a workflow for our AI agent. For that, just click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. I'll name it as AI agent for newsletter to LinkedIn post. AI agent for newsletter to LinkedIn post. You can give any other name as per your choice. Then just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this workflow and click on create. And as we click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole workflow, this AI agent works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger step. Now the idea here is first we have to connect our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step so that whenever a new email is received inside our Gmail account, automatically the details of the same incoming email will be received inside Pabbly Connect as well, and this AI agent will trigger. It will start. So here in the trigger step, in choose app, search for Gmail and select it. After selecting Gmail, in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new email. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this connect with Gmail button. Now here from the pop-up window, select your Gmail account in which you want to capture the incoming emails, the newsletters, then just scroll down and click on allow. And as you click on allow, you will see our Gmail account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the label ID, that the emails having which particular labels we want to capture inside Pabbly Connect. Now I want to capture the emails which are having the label of inbox over here. So I'm selecting inbox. So all the emails which are added or having a label of inbox which are in my inbox in the Gmail account will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and this AI agent will trigger for all of those emails. Later on, by sending those emails to AI platform like OpenAI, we are going to ask them that whether the email which we have received is an email newsletter or not. If it is an email newsletter, then we'll ask AI to generate a LinkedIn post content out of it. And if it is not, then it is going to give us a reply that this is not an email newsletter. The email which we have received is not a newsletter. And this AI agent, this workflow will stop there. And for those emails, we are not going to create the LinkedIn post. Instead of this, you can use the second method as well, where you can manually add the label to the email newsletters in your Gmail account. And after adding those labels, only those emails will be captured by this AI agent. But right now, we will continue with this method. So we have selected the label ID over here. I want all the emails having the label of inbox. Then it is asking us for the body content type. And here we have two options. Either we can capture the email body in HTML tags or in plain text. So I want the body in plain text over here. After selecting the label ID and body content type, here an important note, it says it is possible to connect multiple Gmail accounts in Pabbly Connect. However, please note that each Gmail account can be used in only one workflow at a time. To set up the new email trigger correctly, please refer to this guide. So it is clearly mentioned that if you want to set up this Gmail trigger over here in your Pabbly Connect account, you can only set it up only in one workflow at a time. And if you want to set up this Gmail trigger in any other workflow, either you have to basically use router and route the email content to other workflows, or what you have to do, you have to first remove this trigger using the action step of remove trigger over here. If you want to learn more about this Gmail trigger setup, you can just click on this learn more button and it will take you to a page on our forum. And at this page, you will get a complete step-by-step guide with all the criteria and conditions which are needed to set up the Gmail instant trigger. Now here what I'm going to do, before clicking on this save and send test request button, we will just turn this workflow off. And after turning the workflow off, we will just click on this save and send test request button. We are doing this because as we click on save and send test request, we receive a test email, a dummy email from Gmail. So we can capture the response of the dummy email. That's why we have turned off the workflow and then clicked on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, you can see we have received the details of a dummy email over here. So in this way, we have successfully captured the dummy email and connected our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to turn this workflow on over here. And after turning this workflow on, we just have to click on this capture webhook response button. Now before we click on capture webhook response, let me just prepare an email. So as we click on capture webhook response, it will change to waiting for response. And then the next email which we are going to receive in our Gmail account will be captured by Pabbly Connect. So what I'm going to do, I'll just delete this mail from my email inbox over here and I'll just go to some other account, any other Gmail account or email account, and there I'm just going to create or compose an email over here. So I'll just click on this compose button. Here I'm just going to enter the content, the details of an email newsletter. Okay, so as you can see here, you can see that I have entered my email address, the subject line, and also I have added the email content over here. I have added this email content in HTML format, so it looks like an email newsletter over here. Now, after this, what we have to do, we have to basically send this email from some other account to the actual account on which we are setting up this automation, this AI agent, in which we will be capturing the new email. Now, before sending this email, we'll come to this Pabbly Connect workflow and click on this Capture Webhook Response button. As we click on Capture Webhook Response, it has changed to Waiting for Response. Now, we'll just go to the account and send the email. Now, as we send this email from the account, you can see that in our existing account, which we have connected with Pabbly Connect, within few seconds, we are going to receive the same email over here. We are going to capture the newsletter. So basically, we have to just capture the response of an incoming newsletter inside Pabbly Connect. So from some other account, we send this email newsletter and it is received. And because we have connected our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step, we have received the response. And in this response, we have received the details of the same incoming email over here, which we have received just now. Here in front of message body, here you can see we have the complete content of the same email newsletter which we have captured. Then we'll scroll down further. Here you can see that we have the complete snippet of that message as well, snippet message. We'll scroll down further and here you can see the sender's name, receiver's name, the date and time. And in front of header subject, you can see the subject line of the same email as well. So this means the first step of building this AI agent is completed, where we have successfully connected our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect and captured the response of an incoming email. Now in step 2, we want to send this same email content to OpenAI. And using OpenAI, we are going to basically check that whether the email which we have received is an email newsletter or not. And if it is an email newsletter, we will ask OpenAI to summarize this email newsletter and create a LinkedIn post out of it. For that, just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in Choose App, I will search for OpenAI and select it. After selecting OpenAI, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as ChatGPT Structured AI Output. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. To get it, just go to your OpenAI account and from the dashboard, go to this API keys section. After coming to API keys, click on this create new secret key button and give this API key a name. Let's say I'll name it as Pabbly Connect. Then after that, just select the project of your OpenAI account for which you are generating the API key and select the permissions as all. And click on this create secret key button. And as you click on create secret key, the API key will be generated. Just copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting the API key, just click on save. And as we click on save, we will see our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to select the AI model. So in this dropdown here, you can see a list of all the models using which we can basically generate some response from OpenAI and get the response as structured output. Now you will notice that we have selected this action event of ChatGPT structured AI output. Now what is the structured output and why we want the response or the answer from ChatGPT in a structured response? Now this is because we are asking two different questions from OpenAI right now into a single action step. The first question is whether to check that the email which we have received is an email newsletter or not. And if it is so, then we want OpenAI to generate a LinkedIn post content out of it as well. We can either use two different action steps, but it will obviously consume one more task. So to make it concise, we are using this action step. So it is going to give us a response in two formats. It is going to give two different things in response. First will be the answer for the first question that whether this email is an email newsletter or not. And the second will be the actual post over here, LinkedIn post. So if it is an email newsletter, then only it is going to generate the LinkedIn post content. So we have used this AI model using which we want to basically summarize and generate the LinkedIn post from the email newsletter and check the email whether it's a newsletter or not. Then it is asking us for the rules. So here in roles, you can see in this dropdown, we have three options: user, system, and assistant. And here we have to select the role that from which role we are sending the prompt or asking the question to OpenAI. And as it is mentioned in the help text below, if you want, you can enter multiple roles over here as well. Just turn this mapping button on, and here what we have to do, here we have to enter the roles separated by comma. So let's say I want to add two roles. I want to add a system role. I want to add a system prompt and a user prompt. So I have written system comma user over here. And as I write this, you can see that two different fields are added. In this way, if you want to send layered prompt or layered questions to OpenAI, you can just enter multiple comma separated roles, and for all the roles, the fields will be added. And in these fields, you can enter the prompts over here. Now you can see content system, content user. These two fields are added. And in these fields, we are going to basically enter the prompt, specify OpenAI that what we want OpenAI to do. So I have already created these two prompts. Let me just enter these prompts over here. Okay, so this is the prompt which I'm giving to OpenAI. You are an AI content assistant that classifies incoming emails and creates LinkedIn post content. Your job has two steps. First, identify if the input is a newsletter based on structure, language, formatting, and content style. Second, if it is a newsletter, generate a professional LinkedIn post summarizing the key insights from it. And then I have also specified some rules over here related to the judgment over here. Now, after entering the system prompt here in user prompt, I'm going to enter the subject line and the email content which we have received from Gmail. So we have received the email, the incoming email in our Pabbly Connect workflow in the trigger step. So here from the trigger step responses of Gmail, we have to add this response of email content, the email body and the email subject line to this OpenAI action step. And to add the trigger step response to this action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of content user, and here in front of subject we'll bring the cursor, and then after that from the drop down from Gmail responses, we'll search for the response of subject line and map it. Similarly, we will just click here in front of email content, and from the drop down from Gmail response, select and map the response of the email body, the email content over here. After entering your prompt, the user prompt, the system prompt, and entering mapping the email subject line and the email content, it is asking us response format. That in which particular format we want the response from OpenAI. Now, every time we want the response in specific format from OpenAI. We want two responses. First response is whether this email is a newsletter or not, and the second response is the LinkedIn post content. Now to enter this kind of particular format, to basically get a response or the answer from OpenAI into a structured format, we have to basically mention that we want the response as JSON schema. So in the help text, you can see this tag, just copy it and paste it over here. Here we are specifying that we want our response type to be a JSON schema. And here in JSON schema as well, what should be the JSON schema? We have to specify it over here. Now you must be thinking how you can create this JSON schema using which you can specify that what kind of response you want from OpenAI. So don't worry, we are going to use a tool from OpenAI itself. Just go to your OpenAI account and go to this docs section. Under docs, from the left sidebar, go to structured output and click on this generate button. Now here in this window, we have to basically specify that what kind of response we want from OpenAI. So let me just specify and enter a prompt over here. And on the basis of that, this tool will automatically generate the JSON schema. So if you don't know how to write JSON body or JSON schema, don't worry, it is very simple. In plain English text, you just have to specify it over here in this input box. So I'll just paste the prompt over here and here it is. I'm writing check the email and response with the email type as either is newsletter or not a newsletter. If it is a newsletter, provide the LinkedIn post content, otherwise leave the LinkedIn post content response blank and then just click on create. And as you click on create here, you can see automatically within few seconds, the JSON schema will be created. And here it is. And in this JSON schema, you can see that we have specified that we are going to receive two responses. First response of our email type, and we'll get one option out of these two, is newsletter and not a newsletter. And second response will be of LinkedIn post content. We don't have to do anything. After entering the prompt, the JSON schema is generated. Just copy the JSON schema from here, go to Pabbly Connect. After pasting the JSON schema in response format, entering the prompt and mapping the email content, here you just have to basically enter some values over here if you want to twerk the kind of response or the quality of the LinkedIn post this particular action is generating. But right now, I'm just going with the default values. We will just scroll down and click on this save and send test request button. And as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that within few seconds, we are going to receive some response over here. And the response is received. In this response, you can see that we have received two responses. So it has basically captured the email which we have shared over here, and it has basically analyzed it and found out this is a newsletter. And because it is a newsletter, it has given us the response of LinkedIn post content, and we have a LinkedIn post created using the same email newsletter content which we have received on our Gmail account. So in this way, using OpenAI, we have checked that whether the incoming email is a newsletter, and if it is a newsletter, we have received a LinkedIn post content for it as well. Now after this, we are going to add a filter condition using which we are going to set up the filter on this response of email type. If we get the email type as is newsletter, only in that case, we are going to create the LinkedIn post, or else we are not going to create the LinkedIn post. For that, we will scroll down, click on this add action step button, and here in choose app, select filter Pabbly. Now after that, here in action event from the drop down, select filter values and click on connect. And as you click on connect, here you can see the filter action step is added. Here in select label in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses from previous two steps. Out of all of this, from OpenAI responses, select the response of email type. Then after that, here in filter types will be equals to, and in value, we are going to basically enter the same value, is newsletter. So if we get the response of this particular field of email type as is newsletter, then this workflow will be continued further and this AI agent will share the post on LinkedIn. Now we'll just click on save and send test request, and as we click on save and send test request, it is showing us the response is true. The condition is true because we have captured the response. We have received the email as a newsletter over here. Now after this, what we want to do, the LinkedIn post content which is given by OpenAI, we are going to just share the same LinkedIn post on our LinkedIn account over here. So we are going to create this post on LinkedIn. For that, just scroll down, click on this add action step button, and here in choose app, search for LinkedIn over here. Just select it. After selecting LinkedIn, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as share simple text. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our LinkedIn account with Pabbly Connect, and to make this connection, click on this connect with LinkedIn button. Then after that, here from the pop-up window, because we have logged into a LinkedIn account, it will detect the same account. We just have to enter login credentials of our LinkedIn account and click on sign in. And as we click on sign in, we will see our LinkedIn account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, the next thing it asks us is the author. So if you have added multiple authors in your LinkedIn account, you will get a list of all of them over here. Right now, I have only one author named as Ashi, so I'm just selecting it. Then it is asking us for the content, that what is the content of the LinkedIn post which we want to share. So we are just going to click on this field of content, and from the drop down from OpenAI responses, we have received the response of the LinkedIn post content. Just select it and map the exact same content over here. Then it is asking us for the visibility, where we have two options, public and connection. Now I want this LinkedIn post to be public, so I'm selecting public over here. After mapping the content and selecting the author and visibility, we just have to click on this Save and Send Test Request button. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that within few seconds, we are going to receive some response over here. So let's wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that this particular piece of content is posted on our LinkedIn profile. So let's check it. We will just go to our LinkedIn account. And after coming to a LinkedIn account, we'll just refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see that just now a new post is shared on our LinkedIn account, and this post is basically related to the summary of the same email newsletter which we have received on our Gmail account. Now you can just modify the prompt which we are giving to OpenAI to twerk the kind of LinkedIn post we want to generate. Like earlier, I have created this kind of LinkedIn post which is pretty detailed compared to this one. So in this way, we build this AI agent which will capture the incoming emails from our Gmail account, check whether they are email newsletters or not. And if they are newsletters, then it will automatically generate a LinkedIn post out of it and share it on our LinkedIn profile. So not just these applications, you can build AI agents to connect multiple applications and automate different processes of your business using Pabbly Connect. Now let me tell you that you will get a clone link of the same workflow of this same AI agent in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this workflow, this AI agent, for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this AI agent, you can just do it for absolutely free. So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.